Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video, I want to talk about the pause that Dashers can do on specific merchants, which I heard about this on social media. It's been a little while ago. It's I forget when I first heard about this. Maybe even like a couple months ago, or it seems like it's been a while, but it just now rolled out in my zone, so it's brand new for me. So I thought I'd do a video on it. I just got this email yesterday, so a lot of you have probably already seen this. So it says, "Congrats, Joe! Your platinum status qualifies you for a new reward now through August 4th." That's not a very long time. But anyway, you can now pause offers from 3 select merchants for 2 weeks. And then it talks about how gold is different. And then they give kind of like a breakdown here how you actually do this. First, you decline an offer, and I'll show all this on the example from today. Then use the toggle switch to pause further orders, and then check your in-app ratings tab, which I haven't even done that, step 3. But I saw this email last night, and I was talking to my wife about it, and I was like, well, it's pretty easy. The 3 for me would be Dick's Sporting Goods, Best Buy, and probably Sonic. There's the 3 right there. And then it was funny. My wife was like, "What about Gordon's?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot about GFS." Well, that I really need 4. I need to be able to do this with 4 merchants, not just 3. But I don't know. Maybe I'll leave Sonic, or I tell you what I can do. The first 3 out of those 4, I'll do this on. That's how I'll do it. But Sonic, I didn't get to do it today because one thing that this email does not mention is it's only on a single order offer. Like, I got a Sonic offer earlier today. It was a stack. It was 2 Sonic offers, and I was like, "Oh, well, here, no, I'm going to decline this and block it." But I couldn't. The option wasn't there. It wasn't there on any stacked offers that I declined today. I only saw it if it was like one delivery. So I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah, it was a stack, but it was from the same place. So why couldn't they set that up to where I could block it? But whatever. Boom, here we go. Here we go at 12:12. This is right about the time I was getting the bombardment same as yesterday. 12 noon hits, and I start getting bombarded with the junky orders at lunchtime. And here's one of them, upside down, 1150. Well, it's 1150, 11.4 miles, but going north of downtown Columbus, not messing with it. Decline, and then next screen. So right here is where the pause from this store, and that you see where I toggled the switch over. I want to pause Best Buy, and then the decline now changes. That button now says decline and pause store. So I selected that. And it's pretty simple. And then next screenshot, you've paused the offers from this store for 2 weeks. You won't receive anything from Dick's Sporting Goods for 2 weeks. And then this last little thing, I didn't know this either, but it says, so your acceptance rate was not impacted for declining this offer. So I didn't know about that. Now, and I talked about this before on this channel. I'm a lifetime platinum driver, so I don't have to meet the acceptance rate in order to maintain platinum status. I usually run like in the low 30s. 30 to 35% acceptance rate. So the pause really doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't do me as much good as it would like other dashers that are trying to maintain that 70 or 80%. It's a lot more beneficial for them. Uh, but I mean, even for me though, if 99 times out of 100, I'm not going to take a Dick's offer. I just don't get anything that makes sense. Offer. I have done a few offers from there, but the vast majority of them I decline. So why even bother with it and hit my phone? So from that standpoint, the pause is good for me as well. So I just, like I said, I just did the one today, and then the next two out of three, those other three that I see first that I can pause. I'm going to pause it. And I have a suggestion here. I've kind of talked about this before, but I'll take it even one step further. And I've mentioned this suggestion before on my channel, but I think there should be more things like this, especially for your long-term dashers. I think once you're a dasher that gets to, that 5,000 deliveries, 10,000 deliveries, your longer term drivers that have paid their dues and everything, I think there should be at a certain point, let's say like 10,000 deliveries. I'm myself, I'm still in the 4,000, right? I haven't hit 5,000 yet. Let's say somebody with 10,000 deliveries. I've said it before, folks, a DoorDash driver with 10,000 deliveries has paid their dues. If I was running the whole company, if I was running DoorDash, I had drivers that had 10,000 deliveries, I'd let them set whatever criteria they wanted. At some point, it's some amount of deliveries, and I would stagger out the benefits. At X amount of deliveries you can do this, at X amount you can do that, and like at 1,000 deliveries you can have the ability to do this, at 2,000 this, and then there would be a ceiling. Let's just say 10,000 or 15,000 deliveries, where at my ceiling, if I was running everything, a dasher would be able to set whatever criteria they wanted. You paid your dues. You could block whatever. You could not just three merchants for just a 2 week period. You could block as many merchants as you wanted for an indefinite amount of period. And also, you could set your own criteria on how much offers pay and the mileage. Say for instance, I don't want to take anything that's going more than 10 miles. Boom, you set your mileage preference. I don't want to see any offers that's paying under $5. For example, at a certain amount of deliveries, you set all of the whatever criteria you need to set. DoorDash has done a pretty good job of there's some things that you can control and set. If you want to turn off shopping orders, you don't have to do shopping orders. Like with me, I've got alcohol turned off. Boom. I don't see alcohol orders, and that's a good thing for me. Cash on delivery, you can turn that off. Now they're expanding it a little bit with this right here. They're doing for a short amount of time, you can block 3 merchants. And they're giving us, some of these, benefits and everything. I'm just saying that I would expand on it even further for your longer term veteran drivers. That is eventually at some point, that's kind of like the progression that I would like to see. But anyway, that's my thoughts on this whole subject. That's all I have for now. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. As always, be sure to drive safe out there, and we will catch you at the next video. Thanks again.